Business and Leisure, your weekly window to the world of business and guide to the good life. Hosted by Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa.
This is Ray Butch Gamboa for Business and Leisure, the weekly business and lifestyle TV and online magazine that centers on the latest significant business developments and lifestyle trends. Joining me this week is our co-host. Please welcome our sunshine girl, Day Monsayak, with the latest trends in leisure. Day?
Thanks so much again, Butch. Hi, guys. Yes, I'm happy to be your co-host for this week as I give you another bunch of interesting and fun features on the lifestyle section of our show. Now, here's a glimpse of what to expect this week. We've covered exclusive events for you on Lifestyle Chronicles. That is followed by our public segment, Places. And finally is our regular treat to all the firearm enthusiasts out there. I know you all are eager to find out more about them, but we have to wait as we talk about some serious business first with our main man, Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa. See you in a bit, Butch.
Thanks, Day. We'll see you back in a short while. This is Business and Leisure, your window to the world of business and guide to the good life.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Xpander.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
Welcome back to Business and Leisure. We now have some of the latest significant business developments on BizWatch, our business section. For our lead issue this week, a global company seems to be the Filipino coffee farmers' biggest ally. Nestle Philippines has just partnered with the Department of Agriculture to ensure a sustainable supply of green coffee. Our business reporter Andre Ko has the story.
In a bid not only to ensure a sustainable supply of green coffee, but also to improve the income of coffee farmers, Nestle Philippines has partnered with the Department of Agriculture. This partnership was made through the Agricultural Credit Policy Council's Production Loan Ease Access Program. Nestle Philippines just announced that it has already released 1.29 million pesos loan funds to about 45 coffee farmers from Maramag, Pangantukan, and Lantapan in Bukidnon. The initial loans were released in April with a repayment term of 1 year. The conduits involved in the loan program include the Mindanao Consolidated Cooperative Bank, formerly the Bukidnon Cooperative Bank, and Santa Monica of Pangantukan Multi-Purpose Cooperative. The loan program allows small farmers and fisherfolk to get a maximum loan amount of 50,000 pesos in order to finance the production of their crops, livestock, poultry, and fishing activities. However, for high-value crops like coffee, this maximum loan amount could go up to as much as 150,000 pesos. Farmers with land areas of 3 hectares or below may apply for this loan program, which has a very low interest rate of 6% per annum, payable in 2 to 10 years. There are no collaterals required, and the Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation is throwing in free insurance for these. Nestle Philippines released a statement which said, following the successful partnership with DAACPC, Nestle Philippines is committed to continuing the collaboration in order to assist more coffee farmers in the provinces of Bukidnon and Sultan Kudarat to avail of these loans under the PLEA program. Nestle's effort to link coffee farmers with credit sources is part of Nescafe Plan, a global initiative that aims to increase the supply of local Robusta coffee. The plan also helps Filipino farmers increase their yield and income from coffee farming as they gain access to good quality plantlets at cost. Technology transfer will also be provided through training across the country and a support network of agronomists.
Nestle Philippines also announced that strategically located buying stations will be set up close to coffee areas so farmers can sell their coffee beans directly to Nestle. Meanwhile, still on the agri front, the Philippines and Cambodia are well on the way to formalizing an agreement to collaborate on strengthening the two countries' farming sector. Here's our BizWatch correspondent Heidi Santos with the details.
The first joint technical working group in agriculture and agribusiness cooperation was held last June 5 in the Siem Reap province in Cambodia. The joint bilateral meeting served to highlight the progress of cooperation between the Philippines and Cambodia. For the Philippines, this includes promoting technical cooperation and information exchange in food and agriculture. It also involves training Cambodian farmers on systems ensuring the quality of seafood items, analyzing pesticide residue in agricultural produce, and managing their quality and safety. The possibility of exporting meat products was also discussed. For Cambodia, the bilateral cooperation includes the possible approval of Manila's proposal on exchanging black pepper's germplasm and renewing the Memorandum of Agreement on rice trade. The second meeting will be held in the Philippines in the third quarter of 2019.
Hopefully, the deal will have fruitful results. This would actually be similar to the agreement signed in 2015 by the Agriculture Department that is geared towards attaining food security and inclusive socio-economic progress. At this juncture, we'll have to take a short break. Stay with us because we will be back shortly with more interesting and relevant business issues.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
So, why are you back?
I didn't want to miss you.
See the horizon as a starting point. Use each obstacle to gain momentum. Make the unknown routine. Continue where all others stop. New Peugeot SUV range. Never have SUVs gone so far.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Expander.
Welcome back to Business and Leisure's BizWatch as we continue with more interesting business issues for you. Under the government's comprehensive tax reform program, the semiconductor and electronics industries face a corporate income tax rate of 15%. The semiconductor and electronics industries in the Philippines, or SAPI, is now appealing for some consideration from the government. Andre Cole has the story.
SAPI President Danilo Lachica, in behalf of the industry he represents, is asking the government to consider a 10% corporate income tax instead of the proposed 15% rate under the Comprehensive Tax Reform Program. This 10%, said Lachica, will be inclusive of all local business taxes and real property taxes. This was disclosed during the Philippine Semiconductor and Electronics Convention held in Pasay City last week. Under Package 2 of the Comprehensive Tax Reform Program, the government will remove the perpetual 5% tax on gross income earned being enjoyed by companies inside economic zones. The SAPI president disclosed that their 10% proposal was the consensus of the SAPI members, who all agreed that it was a figure they could all live with. SAPI President Danilo Lachica also added that as responsible corporate citizens, they would like to do their share in helping the government raise funds for its Build program. Meanwhile, Lachica also asked the government to define what it means by new technology. This is with reference to the incentives that will be given to new products. But the question is, how do you define a new product? Lachica was quoted as saying, "In our industry, it has to be faster, cheaper, and of better quality. If you have those performance parameters well defined, that it itself qualifies as a new product." He added that the association does not want to disincentivize its member companies that have already poured huge direct foreign investments and provided many jobs in our country. According to official data from SAPI, revenues from electronic exports increased by 5.4% to $8.69 billion in the first quarter of 2018 alone. That is equivalent to 456.4 billion pesos from 432.76 billion pesos about a year ago. Leading company in this sector, Ibiden Philippines Incorporated, through its president and CEO, Jose Coba, said that although parent companies are encouraged to invest here, it would be difficult to do this if the country's policies are not competitive. He also pointed out that many foreign companies are willing to invest with the current set of incentives.
Indeed, it would be prudent to consider the foreign investments coming into the country, even as we implement tax reforms to fund our infrastructure programs. And now for our fourth and final business issue for this week, Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez is not in favor of gradual reform in helping companies improve ease of doing business in the country. Instead, he is pushing for a zero-based approach. Heidi Santos has the details.
For Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez, implementing incremental changes is not the way to go. Included here are the establishment of a one-stop shop in Quezon City that will streamline the business registration process in that city and the Securities and Exchange Commission's registration system. This system allows the online verification of proposed company names and applications submitted for SEC registration. This also includes the enactment of the Ease of Doing Business Delivery Act. Secretary Lopez spoke on the sidelines of the 6th Ease of Doing Business Summit at the Philippine International Convention Center held this month. He was quoted as saying, "It should not be just about cutting steps and signatories in business applications. We have to figure out what could be the fastest way to register a business, to get a permit. What could be that one form that we can probably use from the start, from the SEC to the mayor's permit to the social agencies." Trade Secretary Lopez explained his zero-based approach, saying the new requirements should only be limited to those that are really relevant. He cited as an example the information fields to be filled out that could be useful to all agencies. The government is bent on raising the Philippines' ranking in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business survey, which ranks the ease and cost of doing business in 190 countries. In 2017, the Philippines dropped from the 99th place to 113 in 2018. In starting a business, the Philippines ranks 173rd. In enforcing contracts, we are in number 149. In protecting minority investors, we are in the 146th position. And in getting credit, the Philippines is in the 142nd position.
Secretary Lopez added that if we are to be at the top 20 of the World Bank survey by 2020, we simply cannot go into incremental changes because then our chances will also be incremental. The reforms should be done in 2019 so they can be felt in the first half of 2020. And on that note, we end this week's BizWatch. We hope you'll join us again next week for more relevant and informative business issues. Business and Leisure continues after another short break with an interesting feature on business movers. Please stay with us.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Expander.
These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Motoring Today is now on the web. Watch this episode or other past episodes of the country's longest running motoring program any time of the day by logging on to our website, motoringtoday.ph. Motoring Today is now online, just a click away.
Welcome back to Business and Leisure, and you're still on our business section. And what we have next is our feature on our Business Mover segment. On our Business Movers segment this week, we are featuring the current president of IBM Philippines, who has made and continues to make milestone innovations in the IT industry, Mr. Luisito Pineda.
Born in Davao City of banker parents and educated at the Ateneo de Davao until the 6th grade, Luisito Pineda migrated with his family to Seattle, Washington back in the early 80s when insurgency was a serious threat to peace and order in his native province. For middle school, high school, and college, he and his younger brother studied at the University of Washington. What is amazing is that he can still speak Visayan and Tagalog even now because his parents insisted on speaking the dialects at home. But life as new immigrants in the U.S. was not easy.
I was the only Asian kid in an all-black school, and given that situation, they thought I was Bruce Lee, and everybody tried to pick a fight with me. And unfortunately, I was in a fight almost every week. I think it gave me the opportunity to strengthen myself and really face the adversity that I was facing back then. As I got older, interest changed and I had different hobbies.
Not only his hobbies, but also his dreams evolved as he matured.
I gravitated towards the technical field, engineering, and I ultimately became a computer scientist as a result of my exploration and really finding what I'm passionate about in college.
He earned his degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and pursued his master's degree, but fell short by 10 units to finish the course.
My career also took off without the master's, and I never pursued the last 10 credits of that education. But I also have a lot of interest. I'm an FAA certified licensed pilot.
At the University of Washington, he found an internship opportunity with IBM in Kingston, New York. And with that 6-month internship, he found fulfillment and fell in love with the company as well. After graduation, he was offered a job in 6 different locations, but wisely chose Silicon Valley in California.
They gave me a job that really tested information models. What this was a conceptual, logical, and physical model of how application development is done. And my job was to look at those models and make sure it represents the real world and test it that way. At first, it sounded exciting to me when I accepted the role, but as I got into the role, it was good, but it wasn't that exhilarating.
After only 3 months on the job, he quickly got bored with it, and his active mind got busy on something more productive.
What if I can create a tool that allows business people, not programmers, to create applications based on that information model?
He remembers that this crazy idea, as he calls it, happened on a Thursday, and that night and a few nights after, he didn't sleep until he was able to write and finish a full prototype of his idea.
When my manager came to work on Monday, I showed him this thing that I created over the last 4 days, and he dropped out of his seat. He said, this is such an innovative thing that you just created here. He dragged me to see his boss. His boss dragged me to see his boss until I came to the highest leader of that entire Silicon Valley lab. And the first thing he asked me, remember, this was 3 months into my employment. And the first thing he asked me was, what will it take to make this a released product? And I told him I didn't know better. I was only 3 months into the company. The first thing that came to my mind is, 6 people, 6 months. And he said, you got it.
He didn't realize that releasing a software production entailed at least a year with a much bigger team.
3/4 of the team was from the same batch I was. Young guys with, new ideas and passionate about getting something done. And in 6 months, we got it out as promised.
Luisito was only 23 years old at that time, barely out of college when he invented and successfully released with this team the Repository Manager Workbench. This highly innovative app improved the productivity of application creators 10 times.
It was actually quite a success that in the first customer we saw was actually a reseller of IBM. And what happened is the reseller liked the idea so much that they bought the entire thing, the entire rights, and they actually sold it themselves.
His first 6 years in Silicon Valley was spent on creating and working on products that he himself invented or co-invented, and he found these 6 years a very exciting time for him. He stayed on until another crazy idea hit him. This one had to do with his experience with McDonald's in his high school days.
If you look at McDonald's around the world, they have a very nice recipe for doing everything, from putting up a store, to doing their accounting, to making hamburgers, to operating an entire store. So, and that's the secret sauce of their success. They're able to replicate that everywhere. That's what I learned. The franchising concept is what I learned from McDonald's. And the technology part, I learned a lot from IBM and in school. And I put all that together, and I had the idea, why not create a software development and services franchise that I can build around the world that can serve customers around the world. That was my crazy idea. And I put that together in a slide.
He put everything in a slide and presented it to whoever was interested to hear about his new idea at IBM.
I got rejected many times. I also got a lot of ideas. through those rejections. So I was able to refine the approach and the way to sell those ideas. And fortunately, after the 35th iteration, I came to an organization in IBM, actually a marketing organization in IBM in the mid-90s, trying to figure out how we penetrate the Chinese market. But I came in at the right time, and basically my pitch was, what if we built our first franchise in China?
IBM liked the idea and gave him a $2 million funding to put up this franchise. The problem was he did not know anyone in China.
But luckily, a friend of mine in my computer science class during college was Chinese and had a lot of contacts in China and connected me to Professor Ling of Tsinghua University. Professor Ling is the father of computer science in China. He's also, Tsinghua University is the MIT of China, so quite a prestigious school. Long story short, Professor Ling and I met. I pitched the idea, he loved it, and we built our first joint venture with Tsinghua University and IBM, therefore starting my first franchise in China.
From there, it grew fast and furious across the globe.
From Belarus, Minsk, Belarus, Egypt, Jordan, Latvia, Siberia, Novosibirsk, Siberia, Moscow, you name it. I had a franchise that I built doing development of software components as well as developing customized applications and solutions for clients around the world.
To date, he has been with IBM for 28 years, doing everything from software development, operations and marketing, business development, and sales. He has been traveling around the globe for IBM, and now he has gone full circle and finds himself in the Philippines. He was in charge of technical support worldwide for IBM, and the company realized that they were in too many locations. It was time to rationalize and consolidate the global offices to achieve efficiency, and he was surprised to discover that the Philippines topped the consolidation list for putting up a technical support center.
Showed me what the work is like here, what working here is like, and exposed me to the talented people here in the Philippines and the great clients, as well as I had a chance to meet clients and partners as well. So not only did it rekindle my Philippine connection, because every time I come here in the past, it was vacation. It was really for vacation and leisure. It was really never for work. One thing led to another, the opportunity came, and so here I am in the Philippines running the company.
He had many adjustments to make, the most serious one being the traffic situation. But he also learned quickly how to be more productive while stuck in traffic.
IBM Philippines is actually doing quite well here. And there's several reasons for that. One is we're a trusted company here in the Philippines. We've been here 80 years.
IBM is the oldest IT company in the country. Global IBM has been around for 107 years. And in the IBM world, IBM Philippines is one of the oldest entities outside of North America.
Everything that we offer in the United States, for example, is offered here to our local customers, local client base. But what we also have here that differentiates us from the other IBMs around the world is our global capability. We also service the world. We have a delivery and innovation center here in the Philippines who does high-value work for clients across the globe. High-value work such as finance and administration, supply chain management, finance and accounting, HR, right? Deep work, and we're even doing artificial intelligence in terms of Watson for oncology, helping clients around the world adopt artificial intelligence in cancer treatment. So I'm hiring doctors as well in the Philippines, IBM Philippines, to do that kind of work.
IBM divested its voice business in 2013 to allow it to grow even more and provide value-added services to its clients locally and worldwide. On a personal note, he still finds time to touch base with his old classmates in Ateneo de Davao and attend to some of his investments in Davao City. He has shifted to golf but laments that he has not continued his flying, which he loves most among his hobbies. He used to fly every weekend and is adept at anything that flies, from propellers to jets.
And I enjoy many things. I do regularly exercise. I focus on weight training now, and I do high intensity interval training and those type of things just to keep me balanced and have some me time, if you will.
He also loves traveling with his wife and 3 kids and spends precious bonding time with them.
Yeah, my message to young leaders is actually a message that I got early in my career when, I was really chomping at the bits to get to the next level, I was highly ambitious. And it really killed me, actually, because, that was my definition of success, is to get to the next level. And a great mentor advised me, Louis, relax. Right? Enjoy the journey. And he told me, you're gonna get there. And that really changed my perspective. And then when I really took that advice to heart, my career actually moved faster.
You just met up close and personal Mr. Luisito Pineda, President of IBM Philippines, our featured business mover for this week. Leisure portion of Business and Leisure is coming up next with our co-host, Sunshine Girl Day Munsayak, dishing out the latest lifestyle trends. Please stay with us.
Away from the everyday, the new Toyota Rush.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
Rediscover an extraordinary world as it unfolds before your eyes. With the all-new 7-seater diesel CR-V. See the extraordinary.
Think you're tough? Do you dare to go off-road or off-key? Do you use your great power with great control? With the new Isuzu D-Max, you're tough enough to be unstoppable. And you're tough enough to be right back. Isuzu D-Max, tough enough for anything.
Welcome back to Business and Leisure, and it's now time for our lifestyle section, as we call on our co-host this week, Day Munsayak. Day?
Thank you so much again, Butch, for passing them on to me. Hi, everyone. I hope you're still with me, Day. Yes, this is the lifestyle part of our show, and we start right away with the hottest and latest events in and even out of the metro. Here now is Lifestyle Chronicles.
Almerac Corporation, in partnership with Warner Brothers Consumer Products, on behalf of DC Entertainment, recently opened the first DC Superheroes Cafe in the Philippines. Located in the 4th level of the SM Mega Mall, the Experiential Cafe is inspired by the wide spectrum of DC films, TV series, animated movies, and DC comic book.
Our vision for it is we want it to be a place for all DC fans. So, when we started on this project 2 years ago, it's been 2 years in the making. My vision for it really was to make it, a home not just for fans. You don't have to be a super fan. It's really for families. You can come in there, and there's a lot of like small things in there that relate to the DC universe. And it doesn't matter if you just watch a movie or the animated series or the comics or TV series. There's something in there for everyone.
Inside is a wide collection of DC comics, graphic novels, and merchandise for the customers to enjoy. The DC Cafe's interiors are inspired by landmarks in the DC universe. One will also find life-size Justice League statues inside the newly opened destination.
I hope that when they come in, that they enjoy and that it feels like home, and it's someplace that they can go to just sit and eat and drink and hang out with their friends and their families, but at the same time, be able to find, the kind of merchandise that they've been looking for.
The cafe's DC-inspired menu is conceptualized and created by culinary geniuses. Chef Mikel Zagire of Locavor Kitchen and Drinks and Chef Kalel Demetrio of Liquido Maestro.
So we just opened DC Superheroes Cafe. It's been 2 years in the making, and we really put our heart into it. There's a lot of good food. There's a lot of different selections. We have drinks. If you guys want to come here and have smoothies or coffee, or if you want to chill after a long day of work, we have cocktails, and we have merchandise, toys, comics, bags, caps, shirts, everything. So I hope you guys come and I hope you enjoy.
Coventry Motors Corporation, the exclusive and authorized dealer of Jaguar and Land Rover vehicles in the Philippines, recently inaugurated its first landmark showroom and service facility in an event held Thursday, June 21. The new showroom located in Green Hills shall provide ample space to showcase the latest of what the Jaguar and Land Rover brands has to offer. All British Cars Green Hills also boasts of the new after-sales service facility, which will cater to the needs of their customers.
Well, we pride ourselves on the level of service that we deliver throughout all of our dealerships throughout Asia Pacific and the globe where we operate. Part of the principle of qualifying to be a distributor is not just about sales, it's also about after sales. And there's a very strategic, detailed training program that all of the technicians and employees have to go on. So after sales is the crux of the business. It's not just sales, that's the glorious side, but after sales is fundamental and it's a principal part of our operation. I'd like to welcome everybody in Philippines to come and visit the new dealership in San Juan City. It's a fantastic premium location and we welcome everybody to come and visit. Thank you very much indeed.
We'll bring you more exclusive events only here on Lifestyle Chronicles. For this week's Places, we bring you to another wonderful dining destination in Makati. We have with us no less than the executive chef and owner of this new find to tell you more about his restaurant specialties. So watch and enjoy.
And this not-too-busy street in Bel Air, Makati is one of the newest dining destinations that is creating quite a buzz among the many expats working or living in the area. This is Muse in the corner of La Vista and Toledo streets. The exterior walls are clad in green, giving you an idea of what to expect inside. First of all, what is Muse and why name this nice-looking restaurant with that not-so-common name? We ask the resident executive chef who is also the owner of Muse, Chef Demar Regresado.
Muse is kind of like it's an Eden Garden of London. It's like the Kew Garden. So we named it Muse because of the food is about freshness. We use edible flowers. We use all kind of all organic and all local produce in our country. So that's why we call it Muse. So it's kind of like a saying that we're the same as the Garden of Eden.
Chef Damar knows fully well what he speaks of, having worked in London for all of 37 years.
My background, I was in London for 37 years, working Savoy Grill, working in Millennium, worked with some celebrity chefs like Gordon Ramsay and
Having worked all his adult life for a total of 47 years in the United Kingdom and the United States, what made Chef Damar come back home to start his own restaurant?
It's my dad's wish before he died. He told me to open a restaurant here, so I didn't want to stay because I didn't know anything about the Philippines. But after that, I opened this restaurant that my dad's wish for me to do.
And here it is, Muse in Bel Air, Makati. Inside of the bleached wooden tables, neat, cushy seats blend well with the light-colored stone walls. The modern artworks on the walls all add to the character of the place.
The interior, as I said, is all about art, because me and my partner, we like art. So we decided to get a lot of artists to come over here and design a lot of different logic of pictures.
The place can seat about 70 comfortably, with a lot of space to allow breathing and lounging space. The bar is cozy with a good collection of mixed spirits.
Overall concept is art, of course, art. As I said, local cuisine. Not local, I mean from local to British that they're using. That we're not importing anything from abroad, using everything local produce and local ingredients.
The food, the ambience, the art. The confluence of all these make for an interesting dining experience at Muse.
It was kind of like a good challenge for me, and I think right now we're still in that edge to go for our higher places we can do. This is not that easy because how am I going to find the ingredients? So as I work in the kitchen for almost 30 years, I know exactly what ingredients I'm going to make. So I'm not buying anything from outside. I'm not buying anything from abroad. Everything is from here. So that's the kind of twist that I bring. So everything that we're eating is all local. All the healthy food, it's all balanced. Everything from the pork to the beef to the chicken, everything is totally balanced when you taste the food.
Their target market is the expats working or living in the area, as well as the Pinoys who most possibly will enjoy the British-French cuisine that Chef Damar has brought back home using local ingredients. Muse was opened in August 2017, but the restaurant has already gained a loyal following among expats and Filipinos alike.
It's actually doing good. As I said, we're getting a lot of expats coming in already, like regulars. A lot of events, a lot of social media too. A lot of actor and actors coming in already. Now they are appreciating our cuisine, what we're doing.
And this is the spread that Chef Damar prepared for us that delicious day at Muse. But that is getting ahead of the story. Back in the kitchen, Chef Damar created his dishes one at a time. This is the first dish, a chicken dish actually. Next is this pork dish. Then this delicious plate of salad. And finally, this creamy risotto. Now let's check them out one by one.
This is our marinated chicken breast, which is still great for 15 minutes in the hot pot. So the juice and the tenderness of the chicken becomes more clearer. So our carrot puree, our mashed potato, which is made from the scratch, our velouté, which has got 4 minutes, and our red wine juice.
This is not just a healthy dish, it is also a delectable one of juicy tender chicken and creamy mashed potatoes.
This is our 16 hours braised pork belly, which is I took all the fat out. So the fat is the collagen, it's good for the body, it's good for the skin. We got ubi puree, carrot puree, and the microgreens.
Because it has been simmering gently for 16 hours, one cannot expect to have crunchy, crackling pork skin, but a gelatinous one that is fork tender and bursting with flavor.
This is our signature dish, grilled Caesar salad with fresh tuyo And then the egg is we poach it again with another 5.5 minutes in the bath.
It is a whole head of lettuce that is good for sharing with a generous sprinkling of Parmesan cheese on top. It is actually a whole meat right there, but there is more.
And this is our risotto, which has got crab meat and scallop and truffle oil.
The risotto is very creamy, the cheese adding more taste and the truffle oil topping it all. There are 4 of Chef Damar's top sellers here, but if you browse the menu, you will certainly find more interesting dishes and beverages. Special events like birthdays are held here, and sometimes on Fridays, they feature DJs for that Thank God It's Friday feel. Open less than a year ago, Muse has gained quite a following, so we asked Chef Damar's what's in store for Muse. He intends to keep the quality of food consistent, but more than that, he is working on his personal goal.
I would like to gain the first Filipino to have a Michelin star. That's my goal. But hopefully that it's still, because Philippines hasn't got no Michelin right now, and hopefully they will. This is the time for the Filipino to shine. To see that we have good chefs in this country, good produce, good cuisine that we can offer to the other people. That why not the Philippines that hasn't got the Michelin? So that's what my goal to let the Filipinos that we can do this.
Care to try? Here's Chef Damar's personal invite to try Muse.
I'd like to invite everybody to please come and try our cuisine, which is that you're not going to be disappointed. As I said, that everything that we do here is from the scratch. Everything is from the local sources. Try it because it's totally different. It's a British French cuisine that we're doing here.
That was Muse in Toledo and Levisa Street in Bel Air, Makati City. This week's feature on Places. Our segment dedicated to all the firearm enthusiasts is coming up next, right after this short break.
Rediscover an extraordinary world as it unfolds before your eyes with the all-new 7-seater diesel CR-V. See the extraordinary.
Think you're tough? Do you dare to go off-road or off-key? Do you use your great power with great control? With the new Isuzu D-Max, you're tough enough to be unstoppable. And you're tough enough to be right back. Isuzu D-Max, tough enough for anything.
Away from the everyday, the new Toyota Rush.
These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Welcome back, and yes, you're still with me, Day, here on Business and Leisure. Here now is Sports Shoot.
Sports Shoot is brought to you by Rock Island Armory, manufactured by Armscore Global Defense Incorporated.
Welcome to Sports Shoot. BNL segment for the gun enthusiasts. I'm Butch Gamboa. On Sports Shoot, we'll have once again the President and CEO of Armscor Global Defense, Martin Tuazon, to present to all our sports shooting enthusiasts another remarkable firearm for you to get to know better and appreciate. The Baby Rock.
Thanks, Butch, and welcome to this week's presentation of Armscor's Sports Shoot. This is the Baby Rock. We came out with this last year, and we've been exporting it already, and it's been available in the local market since July. Basically, we shrunk down the 1911 pistol. It's exactly just like getting a hairdryer and shrinking down your 1911. So we got the basic pistol here. It's got a snag-free, low-profile sight. It's got front and back serrations. It's an all-steel made gun, 7+1, 380. As you can see, a little light and trigger, combat-style hammer, easy to manipulate, and it's for really all types of carry. As you know, we have our L-tops, and then we can go to our PTC4. So this gives you an option for you to have your right to life. And we're here at the range to demonstrate our Baby Rock. First off, before I shoot this gun, I want to show you how compact it is. It's basically a shrunk down 1911, which, if you're wearing jeans, can even fit inside your jean pocket. It's fantastic, it's concealable, it's a great little protection weapon, just enough firepower that you can fire 7 shots and defend yourself, defend your family, and have a real nice little protection piece that's nice and compact and affordable. It's a 7+1, a 1911 style, little 380. Ready to rock and roll. Smooth shooting, all steel frame. Doesn't have the recoil like those little polymer guns, and it's got a nice trigger. If you've ever seen those little pocket pistols, the triggers are pretty much horrendous. But this is a 1911 style, so you get a nice smooth trigger with it, and it shoots great. So these are all available in all the Armscor stores and Armscor affiliated dealers. And please come and take a look. And they're very reasonably priced. Again, available in all the markets, and great for a carry option, concealable, and great for home protection as well.
That was the Baby Rock. It comes in caliber 380 ACP. It is semi-automatic and recoil operated with a capacity of 7 rounds. Its barrel length is 3.78 inches with an overall pistol length of 6.61 inches. I'll see you next time when we again put on the spotlight another exciting firearm here on Business and Leisure's Sports Shoot, our regular segment for the gun enthusiast. I am Butch Gamboa.
Sports Shoot is brought to you by Rock Island Armory, manufactured by Armscor Global Defense Incorporated.
There are quite a lot of firearm enthusiasts out there pleased to watch our featured firearm. Well, that is all the time I got this week, but don't you worry, as I'll see you all again for another interesting and fun episode of Business and Leisure. Please do catch me again, all right? This has been Day. Here now is our main man, Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa, to close our show. See you again next time, Butch.
Thanks, Dave, for this week's Leisure Report. And with that, we end another episode of Business and Leisure. Thank you for staying with us. Also, don't forget to follow us in our social media accounts. Till the next time, this has been your host, Ray Butch Gamboa. Good business to all, and enjoy the good life.